ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जना शलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. We welcome all the guests who are joining online from various places around the world, and very happy to be here with Bhaktin Alexandra, who today is making her vows for Harinam initiation after being a stalwart practitioner of Bhakti Yoga for a long time now. And since we're here in California and she's all the way in Australia, and since the Hari Bhakti Vilas says that although there are various times and places considered auspicious when the spiritual master decides to give initiation, wherever you may be, even if it's a rice field, he says, and he quotes a verse, that's an appropriate place because it's so important and so urgent to move towards Krishna in the life that we have left, or the lifespan we have left. So first of all, I call on the auspicious presence of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who brought the holy name on the Jaladuta and spread it all over the world, including Australia, where many exalted devotees now reside and who are carrying on the tradition that Srila Prabhupada started. And you, Bhaktin Alexandra, are part of that great legacy. And today you're making vows that will bring you closer and will tie Krishna's lotus feet with bonds of love or ropes of love. Because when you make this vow to follow the four regulator principles and chant at least 16 rounds as is prescribed by our Acharya, then as Lord Chaitanya said to Sanatana Goswami and to Haridas Thakur, that at that time of initiation, one is considered by Krishna, I should say, Krishna considers such a devotee, a surrendered soul as yourself, to be as good as him, because you've entered into a different category, and that is one of the surrendered souls. And so initiation is recommended by Rupa Goswami. In fact, he emphatically says that out of the 64 items of devotional service, 3 are imperative to begin with. And those include taking shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, making inquiries, and then taking initiation. And the primary processes of devotional service, the 64 items, are condensed into 5 of them that Lord Chaitanya said are the most important of all of the processes. And he said these 5 are so potent that even if you do them a little bit, and even if you don't have faith in them, but you have connection with them, then you'll attain success. And then you could say what to speak of if you really lean into them. And the 5 are deity worship, living in a holy dham or a temple, associating with devotees, chanting Hare Krishna, and living in the holy dham, worshiping the deity, and reading Srimad Bhagavatam. These 5. And of the 5, Lord Chaitanya then said, chanting Hare Krishna is the best. And you can notice that, or make note that Srila Prabhupada, in his spreading the movement and bringing devotees closer through initiation, had mentioned only one item that we have to vow that we will do, and that's chant at least 16 rounds a day. And there are several things he asked us to vow not to do, but there's only one that he said vow to do, chant at least 16 rounds. And as well as chanting 16 rounds, The consideration for success is to also avoid the offenses against the chanting of the holy name. Prabhupada had written in a letter that Krishna is equal to everyone, just like the sun is equal to everyone. It's just a matter of how much we can take advantage of it. And he said, you can take full advantage of the power and sweetness of the holy name by avoiding the 10 offenses 100%. And those are as follows. One is that one should be a gentle person. Saumya means gentle and careful, and therefore should not criticize others, especially devotees who are engaged in the process of devotional service. It is the duty of a devotee who's taking initiation to enter into a pact that I will not criticize devotees. Of course, there's constructive criticism if you're asked for it to give your opinion or to help in management and so forth. But the kind of criticism where one is simply finding fault with others, and especially with devotees, is destructive. It destroys our ability to chant Hare Krishna, because the devotees are dear to Krishna, and they also give us the holy name. They're the ones who have extended themselves to us. So if we offend devotees, it's like biting the hand that feeds you, and also offending those who are very dear to Krishna. So this is the first offense, and being very careful how we interact with devotees, not jumping onto internet conversations where people feel free to offer hearty criticisms of devotees wantonly, uh, is one of the ways that you can make advancement very rapidly. Second offense is to have a misconception about who Krishna is and think he's one among many. No, he's the source of everyone. All incarnations even come from Krishna. Third is to be careful about following the orders of the spiritual master, because spiritual master is passing down Krishna's instructions through disciplic succession. And by being vigilant and following the instructions of the spiritual master, then, as Prabhupada writes in the second canto of the Bhagavatam, the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead coming through the devotees is a manifestation of Krishna's internal potency. And it is by that potency that one comes to see Krishna face to face. One should also respect the Vedic literatures. One should also not think that the glories of the holy name are hyperbole. Six is to consider the glories of chanting Hare, or to give some mundane interpretation of the holy name of the Lord. No need to interpret. Lord Chaitanya said, Krishna is Shyamasundar. I just accept straightforwardly. And then thinking that the holy name will make up for any deliberate transgressions that we make. And it's like, it doesn't matter because I'm chanting, therefore I can do whatever I want. That's offensive. So we have to be careful of that, not take it for granted, not take Krishna's mercy for granted. And chanting Hare Krishna is not a ritualistic activity mentioned in the Vedas. Not that you've studied probably the ritualistic fruit of activities in the Vedas, but there is a widespread culture in which people, they perform worship for some material gain or to get themselves elevated in the material world. The holy name's Krishna himself. And so we don't chant for some material return. Then should be careful the way we present it to others. When we're teaching about the glories of the holy name, if somebody's not interested or they don't have faith in it, then we're not obligated, in fact, to teach them about the glories of the holy name. In fact, we're enjoined to avoid teaching the glories of the holy name to such people. And the 10th is to not let go of the material world and stay attached, even though we've received all instructions from Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita that if you surrender to me, I'll deliver you. Don't worry. So we should learn to let go and let Krishna. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions that it's offensive to be inattentive while chanting. So the opposite is, if we do our very best to be present when we're chanting and remember that Krishna is the same as his name. Narada Muni says this in the Bhagavatam, first canto, fifth chapter. Iti murtyabhidanena mantra murtim amurtikam yajite yagya purusham sasam yag darshana puman. He says something extraordinary, and that is that if you chant the holy names of the Lord, then you'll automatically come in contact with the form of the Lord. And what's more, the Krishna's qualities and his pastimes, they're all there in the holy name. And what is normally impossible, and that is to see Krishna, becomes possible by chanting the holy name. Yajate yagya purusham, by this sacrifice of chanting, you'll see the personality of Krishna. Sa samyak darshana puman. And that means that your connection with him will be perfect and complete, nothing lacking. All vitamins are there within the holy name. You needn't go anywhere else for nourishment. So the Narada Muni gives this directive to be very attentive in chanting the holy name and to remember that he's fully present in his name. And this is this glory of the holy name, that one is delivered from all sinful reactions by chanting, is mentioned by Devahuti in the third canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. She says that if you just, even with the tip of your tongue, say Hare Krishna, then you're an extraordinary person. She says, Aho patashwa pachato garyanya jiva grevardate namatubhyam tepus tapaste jehuvusasna arya brahmanachur nama granantiete, which means that she says, oh, this is amazing. It's wonderful. Aho patashwa pachato garyan, that even a person from the lowest position in the material world, swapacha means a dog cooker, then that person, if he or she just says Hare Krishna, you should know that they're the most exalted of living entities. They've already gone through Vedic sacrifices. They've gone to holy places of pilgrimage. Just like if you go in a court of law and you see a judge sitting behind the bench, you can understand that he or she has already gone through law school. And so similarly, those who can say Hare Krishna, what to speak of chant Hare Krishna with a vow, they're considered to be very far along in the practice of devotional service. And the chanting of the holy name is our main means of deliverance. In the 12th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukadeva Goswami tells Parikshit Maharaj of all the anomalies of Kali Yuga. There's a long list of how bad things are going to be in Kali Yuga. But he says there's one good quality, even though Kali Yuga is, and he calls an ocean of faults. And that good quality is just by chanting Hare Krishna, you can cross over this ocean of the material world by the grace of Krishna in his holy name. So everyone's really proud of you for taking this step. And I'm so happy it's come to this, that we're here in front of Shri Shri Radha Gopinath, and that Daniel is has made his is there today. Nirkula is looking on. Ramananda Saka, looks like Sham Karuna is here. And there are quite a few others watching you and praying for your success on Facebook and YouTube. So, Nirkula, do you have anything that you'd like to say or offer a blessing?
Hare Krishna Bhakti, Alexandra. I would just like to offer you anything that Srila Prabhupada has given to me that has entered my heart in service to you in your devotional life. I wish you all success, that once you take these vows, you'll feel a stronger connection to our esteemed Guru Parampara. And it's quite it's so rare. It's such a rare opportunity. And you're taking it. You're taking this step. You're making these vows. And I'm very happy for you. I'm very proud for you. Along your way, if there's anything I can do to assist you, please don't hesitate to call upon me. I would be delighted to help you in any way I can. Hare Krishna.
And
Hare
that's
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Bhakti and Alexandra, do you have any realizations you'd like to share on this day of your Harinam initiation?
I think just having seen so many initiations, but being for the first time on the other side of one, it's fully hitting just how special and how rare. I don't, yes. Yeah, it's just such an emotional occasion. But seeing it on the other side, it really hits home, doesn't it?
Hi. Would you like to introduce us?
Oh, this is my younger. This is Xander. Yeah, he's the happiest guy, and I think he's going to be big in kirtan. He's got rhythm, this guy.
How do you spell his name?
Oh, well, his full name is Alexander, so it's
Alexander.
Xander. But
Okay,
I'm Alex, so he can't be Alex.
okay. Okay, and Daniel, who do you have?
I have this is Oliver.
Hey, Oliver.
You say Hare Krishna?
Say Hare Krishna. Can you say Hare Krishna? Oh,
Any-
can you say
Well,
Hare Krishna?
they'll remember this because we'll keep the
Yes.
the recording of this day when you are here for your initiation. And Daniel, do you have anything you'd like to say on this day?
I'm just very proud of Alexandra. This is something that she's wanted for a very long time now, and I feel very honored to be here with her. And I just also want to apologize for the kids as well and the noise, but this is definitely a very big day. And
No, no noise,
yeah,
and we're glad the kids are here. It's very special because you're a family unit. You're all together in this. And we're very happy that the kids are here to be part of it and that you're here to be part of it. And to me, it feels very intimate. I remember when Krishna was at his name giving ceremony, they had to go into a cowshed because Kamsa was looking for children and especially for Krishna because he wanted to kill him. So they went into a cowshed and Gargamuni then did the rites there. So this feels kind of like that. It's very special. So well, the way this will work is that I'll ask you in just a moment to make your vows. And then uh, I will give you your spiritual name. And we will send you the beads. Unless you have special beads that you already selected and you'd like to send them, I'll supply them. I have nice beads from Vrindavan. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll make sure they get back to you in Australia. And also we'll bring with us to India. Uh, Dom Rupini is coming, so we'll bring the certificate of your initiation there, and she can bring it back. Okay, so please say before your spiritual master and before the deities which vows you've come here to make today.
So no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and chant 16 rounds a day at least.
Very good. Bravo. And also, please make a concerted effort to read Prabhupada's books again and again. He said, everything I had to say, I said in my books. And there's even more than just gathering information. When you read Prabhupada's books, you're getting his association. So make it something that, even if it's just a little bit every day, try to hear something from Prabhupada's books and go through them as much as possible. The kids will benefit too from seeing you and hearing you reading out loud. And that's one of the ways to stay strong in spiritual life along with your chanting. And Daniel, would you like to put her neck beads on now, the 3 strands? Bhaktin Alexandra for the last time. Following the eternal principle of Parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all of the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. And before I give you the name, I'll just tell you a little bit about it. And I'll send you this as well, and it'll be on your certificate. But your name is found in the Srimad Bhagavatam in the 10th canto, 1087-25, in the discussion of the prayers of personified Vedas. And your name is the name of Krishna. And it means that Krishna ultimately is the only perfectly reliable source of knowledge. And it also means that he's the infinite reservoir of unfailing vision. And the commentators go on to say, to those who depend on him with absolute conviction, he grants the divine eye of knowledge. Others, following their own speculative theories, must grope for the truth through the obscuring curtain of Maya. I very joyfully award you the name Avabodha Rasa Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna. And at this point, I would be handing you your beads, but you can consider that they're going to take a long journey to reach you very soon. And you can also imagine a great host of demigods and great devotees all over the world saying Avabodha Rasa Devi Dasi Ki Jai.
Jai.
Gaur Premanande Hari Harivo. So I'll send you that so that you can go by that name and pass it on to the other devotees. And please go to Srila Prabhupada just after this and to the deities and beg their mercy that you may continue steadfastly in following these vows the rest of your life. And may you have all success by their mercy in going back home, back to Godhead in this lifetime. Hare Krishna. And thank you very much, Daniel. It was a real pleasure. And Xander and Ollie, thanks for being here. You'll know more about it later when you get older and you watch this video. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premanande Hari Haribo. And we'll just play Prabhupada one more time. I'll send you your name in the WhatsApp so you can look at it and it'll come nicely presented in your certificate. Hare Krishna. Do you have any questions or last points you want to make?
Oh, I hope I can serve you, Guru Maharaj, actively and well. That's all. That's all.
Thank you very much. Thank you for taking this so seriously. And the best service is chanting Hare Krishna. So please keep up the great work. And we'll stay in touch. Hare Krishna. Gaur
Hare
Premanande
Krishna.
Haribo.
Hare Bol.
Krishna.